Press conference. We're joined by Coach Brandon Truter. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations winning at FNB away and keeping your momentum of 3 games without a loss. Please give us a summary of what happened in this 90 minutes before we give members of media to ask questions.
Yeah, first and foremost, as much as we spoiled the party, I have to say happy birthday to Kaizer Chiefs. It's a club with a rich history in South African football. They've been around forever. I think everybody has supported them growing up, or majority of South Africans. So happy birthday to you. Sorry for spoiling the party, but the celebrations continue. About the game itself, yeah, they didn't change much from the Arrows game. We knew what to expect. We had so little time to prepare, and we based our tactics on analysis. And because of the 3 games now in 7 days, majority of our training session was about recovery, video analysis, and just running briefly through tactics. So I have to give kudos to the boys and say well done. They stuck to the plan. I think first off we could have been a bit better. We played right into their hands because of lack of composure. I think there was a few times where we played a longer pass forward from our penalty area, and that set us up for and be vulnerable for counter attack. But once we played it and we got our structure and our playing style right, they struggled to contain us. We had so much width. We were between the lines. There was opening where we could have exploited him. Even in the first half, I think second half, we pressed a bit better. But it's also the results of the understanding from the boys and the boys being coachable. It's exactly similar last week where we turned over in a pressing situation against Marumo, and here we did it again tonight. So I have to give credit to the boys being humble, being receptive to new ideas, because it's not a team that it's not the same team you've seen before the break. It's a team that's full of confidence. There's a good spirit in the team. There's a good atmosphere as well. We knew they're gonna pass square. We set them up. We caught them in the trap. But other than that, yeah, we had to manage it. From the 79th minute, we decided, let's close shop. Let's weather the storm, and yeah, we came away with 3 points. So well done to the boys again. And yes, I want to mention as well that because of the atmosphere, the spirit in the team, there's a lot of believers in the team, and I would like to give all glory and all praise to God, and thank Him for the 3 points as well.
Birthday wishes received. Thank you very much. Members of the media, it's over to you now. The sharper the question, the many questions we're able to field. I've got timing that I will not reveal how much time I'm giving you. But if you go sharper, many of you will have a chance to ask questions. Roving mic, please. There's already a hand here.
Coach Lorenzo from Agency Times, congrats on the victory. When you were appointed, there was mixed reception, and you've been bantered by many club fans as a throw specialist. How sweet is this victory tonight at FNB?
I think I came here in the MT8 final also and took a lead to KZN. Yeah, the banter from the supporters will always be there. I think in South Africa, we as coaches, we don't get enough time to really settle. Took Swallows to promotion, I think, in the first loss of the season, and then I got placed on special leave. So, and then went to Amazulu as well. I think only a few games as well. There was no patience, and then parted ways. Because of the players. Because of the support of the management, we're working together well. I think it's much better. The players here is very receptive. Where in the past we had a bit of in South African football, there's some big players, some big egos that you have to manage as well. And when that part of the coaching drains you, the tactics and the training take second spot. You understand? But here, because of this understanding, there's a want to win and a will to improve. That's all I can ask for. But I will preach patience, even from our supporters as well. I'm not talking about the Sekhukhune supporters, I'm talking about South Africa as well. because at times also owners take the cue from them. One loss, and then it's a different ball game for all of us. Arthur is at the club, at one of the biggest clubs in Africa, and I support him 100%. That's what I told him now after the game as well. We want our local coaches to succeed at clubs like this. That's why patience, team to build. I think Kaizer Chiefs have the best talent and potential in South Africa. You have some young talent here. George Matlawa brought back from Portugal as well as Coach Matlachi. Sekhukhune, I had Slanty with me in there as well. So there's a lot of talent here in South Africa, and if Chiefs is patient, they will close the gap between Sundowns and the rest of us.
Thank you, Coach. Already a mic there. Please go for it.
Coach, congratulations on your victory in Benjola here, Jason. Coach, you just touched on patience, and a lot of youngsters that are good here at KZ Chiefs. You took over a club that was eager to climb up the league table, and now you just got 2 wins in the spring in 2023. How does that make you feel, and how does coaching the likes of Matlo, Maslatsi, and all those players who came as solid make it easier for you to get a victory here? Thank you.
Yeah, it should have been 3 in a row. I think we dropped 2 points against Amazulu. I think that was the one I wanted to win. But we dropped 2 points there. They got the man sent off. We should have wrapped up the game. So there should have been 3-3, but it's work in progress still. We had 6 weeks to prepare for our first game with the World Cup break. And that's what I'm saying. It's still work in progress. I don't think we're hitting top gear yet. But there's so much more we can get from this team as well. Coaching the likes with that talent, with that caliber of players as the names you've mentioned as well. It's talent that should be nurtured. It's talent that should be given given time and patience. But unfortunately, in South African football, you expect to win from day one. We should really get our focus about what we have. I think because we want to compare to Europe, while our whole culture of South African football is different. In Europe, there's no skipping of development stages. In South Africa, development is frowned upon. It's taken second nature. We neglect it a lot, and because of Europe, they come out of the academies, out of the development, age 17, 18, 19, fully developed socially, physically, tactically as well. Boys that manage their lifestyle, their finance, their social media. That's in Europe. In South Africa, we don't do these things. And now you're expecting youngsters 21, 22, 23 to come out as well and handle all this pressure at a club like Kaizer Chiefs, Sundowns, Pirates. It's not going to happen. And that's why once the 25, 6, 7, 28-year-olds come through that space and made every possible mistake, that's why the more mature player and the more player experience and the more player that's the better players in the league is between 28 and 32. So we are late developers and we can't seem to get it right, and that's a fact at the moment. But at Chiefs, I think you have the best talent here. So celebrate now. I hope you have your party and have your cake, and also give us some as well.
Thank you very much, Coach. We'll take the last 2 questions, and we ask Jabu to prepare the next coach.
Good evening, Coach, and congrats on the win. Coach, if you look at how things are shaping up now in the season, today, or in the last 2 days, Pirates lost, Chiefs lost, Just Bay lost, Supersport lost. Would you be tempted to say that it's for Sundowns to lose, even though it's not going in the season?
Yeah, I saw it in the media, the remark as well. But yeah, Sundowns are so far ahead of everybody. But because of the quality they have, I think tactically every coach in the country can compete tactically against Sundowns, but it's down to the quality. There's no FIFA fair play in the country, and they can buy any quality they have. I think the rest of the clubs, if we don't have the best talent, young talent, we are settling, no disrespect, but we're sitting for average to good players. we Sundowns can just go out and buy whatever they want, and that's where FIFA Fair Play come in. And my bosses at Sekhukhune, or I think the rest of the country don't have the depth of pockets Mr. Motsepe have. So yeah, I think tactically, if you can compete with Sundowns, I think that shows you that if you don't have money, we can come up with a plan. We can actually coach a team that can compete with Sundowns.
Thank you, Coach. Coach, congratulations on the victory. Really from the CDC here. I think from where you are now, 10th.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, separated by only a point. There's a reason you cannot be sure, because the 7 points has made a huge difference in this time. So separated by only a point with the team, I think with the team on the 5th spot. Do you have projections in terms of where you would like to be, because you're at the halfway point now, and also just park that one. Just going back to the game, I think towards the end, when you brought on Zwei Mahashe, you had 3 defenders on Caleb. Is this based on what you had seen in terms of the danger he poses coming to this game? Was I think throughout the game you only had only one defender on him.
Yeah, because of the time and the scoreline. Chiefs at that moment have nothing to lose, and they can at that stage throw many numbers forward. We wanted to control that, and because they were overloading the sides as well. That's why once we brought on Zwei, there was a lot of space between the centre backs, and all of a sudden our full backs then can get closer to the crosser. I think you saw how many crosses came into the penalty area. It was just a tactical change to get some pressure on the ball in wide areas. That's purely it. It wasn't 3 on Caleb, but yeah, he's a good striker. He does pose aerial threat, and physically as well. I think Gima and Danny had their hands full with him, and yeah, just bringing extra height in there with Zwei to compete. The 7 points, and with the other guys losing as well. Here we're only looking towards the next game, and the projection and the objectives was to move away from the relegation zone. I came in and the club was in 15th position, so at least we're moving now in the right direction. So I'm happy, and we just focus on the next game. I think the last time I took over a team at 15th position, we won the league. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen. Coach, congratulations once more.
Thank you so much.
All the best on your trip to Stellenbosch.
Enjoy the party, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.